Several superhero movie characters are rendered completely in CGI and benefit from this. CGI can be used to enhance both characters' appearance and certain story elements involving them. Using CGI also prevents actors from having to undergo long prosthetic alterations or makeup additions, which in some circumstances may help with performances. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the CineFact, and today we have 10 best completely CGI characters in comic book movies. So let's get started.
Number 10. Colossus' CGI design was perfectly comic accurate. Though Deadpool eschewed many comic book movie tropes, it is still proved to be very much part of the genre, including in regard in its accuracy to the source material. One example of this was Colossus, the renowned member of the X-Men and a supporting hero in the film's story. Rendered entirely using CGI, Colossus looked exactly like his comic book counterpart, something which simply wouldn't be feasible had practical effects been used due to the metallic nature of Colossus' skin, making the hero look as though he'd strolled straight out of the comics. Turned out to be perfect choice. Number 9. Korg manages to bring physical comedy despite being CGI. First introduced in 2017's Thor Ragnarok, Korg has played a consistent role in the MCU's movie timeline in the years that follow. His status as one of the franchise's funniest characters owes a lot to Ragnarok's director Taika Waititi, who introduced and voices the character. Thor's story frame is a constant source of comedy in the MCU, including physical gags regarding in rock-like body. Such jokes would likely not be possible had Korg been played using practical effects, making the CGI an important part of his characterizations in the MCU. Number 8. The Cinder-cut made Steppenwolf look incredibly imposing. Steppenwolf's first appearance in the DCEU's movie timeline was considered significantly underwhelming, but his return in Jack Zinder's Justice League gave the CGI character a much-needed visual overhaul. The computer-generated villain was far more imposing and fearsome in the Cinder cut of the movie, and his incredible size and strength were communicated for better using the digital effects. Though the original CGI depiction of Steppenwolf was rendered dull and generic, Cinder's revised version was a far better all-around character. Number 7. Dr. Manhattan's otherworldly appearance was excellent. Watchmen was once considered unfilmable, largely due to the complex visual nature of some of its heroes. Perhaps the greatest hurdle in this regard was Dr. Manhattan, the atom-shifting, reality-warping member of the titular team. The 2009 movie rendered Manhattan entirely using CGI, and the end result looks incredible. Though a good deal of CG characters from better before 2010 have aged considerably, Dr. Manhattan still looks good, especially as his hands styled out aesthetics matches his incredibly powerful and inhuman nature. Number 6. Ultron's design captured the intricacy of the character. The majority of the MCU's characters can be played at least partly by a human actor, but there are those who cannot. Ultron's entire persona is built around his contempt for humanity, so it's perhaps fitting that he's completely CGI. Ultron's appearance is perfect, not just in conceptual sense but a more literal one too. It's clear that not only is he an incredibly sophisticated machine, but that he's remarkably complex and capable. The design and the use of CGI were both perfect for the character, helping to make him seem both cutting-edge and singularly sinister. Number 5. King Shark was one of the Suicide Squad's breakout stars. The cast of the Suicide Squad features many interesting new and returning DC characters, but few are as interesting and memorable as King Shark, aka Nanua. The huge shark creature with human legs and capable of human speech is both hilarious and horrifying, making him a perfect fit for the story and tone of the Suicide Squad. Despite being fully CGI, King Shark looks right a human alongside the other members of Task Force X, and even turned out to be one of the movie's most popular characters. Number 4. Being rendered in CGI makes Groot incredibly versatile. Groot is one of the MCU's most beloved CGI characters, particularly down to his powerful, interesting set of abilities. As introduced in Guardians of the Galaxy, Groot is Flora Colossus, a humanoid tree who speaks primarily using only 3 words: I am Groot. Groot's ability to bring emotional drama or laugh out loud comedy to any given scene is unrivaled, thanks in part to the fact that he's fully rendered using CGI, allowing him to properly employ his powers for various reasons. Number 3. Thanos remains one of the MCU's greatest villains. Thanos is more humanoid than some other CGI Marvel characters, and could realistically have been played by an actor in heavy makeup. However, to do so, Josh Brolin would have spent many hours each day putting on prosthetics and makeup, a complication that could have hindered his performance somewhat. Advancements in motion capture technology allow the Mad Titan to use every bit of Brolin's intensity while also looking decidedly comic accurate. Number 2. Rocket Raccoon looks truly amazing. There are perhaps no comic book movie characters rendered using CGI that look quite as good as Rocket Raccoon. The pilot and primary scientific mind of the Guardians of the Galaxy might appear cute and cuddly, but he's both incredibly skilled and unbelievably dangerous, with a severe temper to match. Rocket's tragic backstory is gorgeously crafted for, and his emotive eyes all combine to make him one of the greatest old CGI characters ever made, and the emotional weight of the history in Guardians of the Galaxy role. 3 is a perfect testament to do this. Number 1. Hulk's awesome power could only be brought to life with CGI. First introduced in The Incredible Hulk, the hero's initial MCU design was somewhat unimpressive. However, for his appearance in the Avengers, Hulk suddenly looked far more distinguished, thanks mostly to more impressive CGI. Bruce Banner's big green secret remains perhaps the MCU's best use of CGI to create a character, with Mark Ruffalo playing the role of the Hulk perfectly in multiple stages of being. As a result, Hulk is the greatest of all completely CGI characters across the comic book movies of the MCU, the DCU, and beyond. Alright everybody, so what are you guys thinking about? Let me know in the comments down below here. And thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and subscribe, make sure to also like, and I will see you in the next time.